Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is James, and we'll be talking about everything bowling on this channel. We have a great topic today. We're talking about equipment cleaning and maintenance. I'm joined today by Ronald Hickland Sr. with Creating the Difference, or CTD as they're known in the bowling universe. Ron, welcome, and we're glad to have you here.
Yeah, thank you, James. I'm Ron Hickland Sr., and as James says, and I am over production and sales at CTD. And we just have a very wonderful time of sharing products and educating the bowlers on our products at Creating the Difference.
Ron, would you like to tell us a little bit more about CTD, like what's its mission and goals?
Yeah, our CTD, our bowling company, which my son created, our mission is to educate, coach, and to teach bowlers about caring about their equipment, maintaining it, and knowing the whole aspect about the bowling altogether, from buying bowling balls to taking care of them to how they can become better bowlers.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of things online about you guys are really sticking to your mission and how that mission affects bowlers on a daily basis. So when bowlers finish their competition or practice session, why should they clean their equipment? Why not just let them be until the next time they bowl or whatever?
Okay, and prior to that question there, just to go back to one other thing with the CTD thing is that with the mission, we want the bowlers to be aware and well informed on what they need to be doing, and therefore they can maintain their equipment. To come to the question of why that you should take care of your equipment, first, when you look at PBA, you always see the professional bowlers wiping their bowling balls. With CTD, we have the cleaning products and stuff that can help maintain and keep your ball at a high level of consistency. Example, cover stock and surface is the most important things about your bowling balls. And if you take care of them, the rest will take care of itself. What people don't realize is that the bowling ball has pores. And when the oil gets down in there, that's why bowling balls die. And also that since that it has pores, when people are rolling, every time they roll a bowling ball down the alley, they will find that the oil and the back end from the bowling alley, from the wheel to the belts and everything else, they will shine the ball up like lane shine. So basically, the reason to take care of your equipment is to keep the consistency and the performance at the highest level possible.
So CTD makes cleaning and maintenance supplies for bowlers and their equipment. Are there different types of cleaners and maintenance solutions that you guys have, and what do they do?
Yes, we have a bunch, but everything is very simple and self-explanatory to use. Plus, my son has a YouTube channel that explains and demonstrates everything that we do and everything you would need to know. We started out with the purple stuff. The purple stuff was a ball cleaner that you could wipe your ball every single shot, and what it did, it kept the ball squeaky clean, so the ball didn't have any problems with doing what it needed to be done. And then that just kind of, the internet marketed it and blew it up, and as we continually increase the products, so then we came out with, we had a couple other products called Wow Factor TR, and the TR was transition reducer because the lanes always transition. You just got to know when they do and what to do. And then we had another product called Wow Factor HM, which stood for Hook Monster. So if there was more oil on the lane, you could wipe the ball every single shot with the HM, and since it was a chemical, it did not change the surface of the bowling ball, but it changed the performance, and the ball would smoothly go down there, pick up in the mid lane, and blow the pins up on the back end. So when the new rules came out where that you could not wipe your bowling balls no more, and you had to have dry towel rule, which we have stepped up to all of that and was well prepared for that. One of our products, we took the ball cleaner, our purple stuff, and we enhanced it to Wow Factor ball cleaner, and it is a higher grade of the purple stuff, a little stronger, cleans it a little bit better, a little bit more tackier. And we could have called it Wow. We could have called it Purple Stuff too, but when we saw what it did, that's why it got its name Wow. Wow Factor. Phenomenal. Then we came up with this other product because we noticed that balls will die if you don't take care of them, and people have done crazy things with their bowling balls, putting them in the washing machine, dishwasher, oven, microwave, send them in, keep them in the car and watch them sweat and say, man, look at all this coming out of it, and some of the stuff, plasticized or Texawall, also coming out of the bowling ball, which is your hook juice. So we come up with this other product that we call So Fresh, So Clean, and the So Fresh, So Clean was like a tackifier. You spray it on the ball 30 seconds, you watch the oil come to the top of the ball, you wipe the ball off, you repeat that on the other side of the ball, then you take the Wow Factor ball cleaner and you wipe your ball off. Well, when you do that, the ball is tacky. So the ball, when you're rolling with it, will last 3 to 6 games with the oil just sitting on top of your ball. It's not going down into your pores. So since that the dry towel rule come in, then we have a big fluffy, called our big fluffy, and you would just take it and wipe the ball off every time. Now the unique thing about that is because your ball comes back and there may be time, you don't see any oil on it. Where'd the oil go? Well, it may dissipate before it gets back. But you still wipe your ball off because the ball doesn't want anything interfering with it. And it's all about consistency. So when it is consistent and then you line yourself up, then the game becomes fun because you don't have to worry about over, under, this one slipped, this one didn't. You might get a splash of oil here, and if you don't come out of the ball perfect, if the ball don't have anything on it, you don't have to worry about it because the ball is going to do the same thing. If we do not wipe it off, then it doesn't. Also, as our bowlers has learned and seen, with wiping the ball off, they see the ball pretty dirty.
Yeah.
And that's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Then we come with this other phenomenal product called the Clear. And the Clear is also like a tacky stuff, but what you do with that is you take your bowling ball and you take it back to specs, what you want it, and then you put it in our bucket of Clear, and you leave it in there for an hour. And then we have a special absorbent cloth that you put over top of the ball, and then you just let the stuff absorb into the cloth, and you pull the cloth out and throw it away. You can use the Wow Factor ball cleaner to clean the ball off, or the HM, and your ball is back to brand new or better than brand new. Now, just a little tip so that if you want to see two parts of that that's really phenomenal about it, because one thing, you can take an old ball and bring it back to brand new, something that you really bowl well with and you enjoy throwing, you can bring it back to life. Rob Johnson on Laneside reviews everybody product in the industry. He did a 2-part review on our Clear, the Clear. He did it, and part 1 was on new balls, and part 2 was on some balls that were 10 years old or whatever. If you get a chance, you want to go and look at that because it is purely phenomenal. So the main thing is, if you care for your equipment, it continues to last long and will give you the performance of what you're looking for in bowling.
So who says you can't teach old balls new tricks?
Those that didn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
Also, there's 2 other products that we have.
Yeah, one of them I believe is called TrueCut.
TrueCut,
Yeah.
Yes. We knew that in the industry uses Avalon pads. Avalon pads were basically made for woodworking and cars, and when you put them on the bowling balls, basically they don't last long, they cake up, so the bowling ball may say that it's finished at 500 or 1,000, and if we do a ball surface scan reader on it, it might be 3,500, so it's not what it really says it is. So Ron Jr. went and met with his friends in Germany, and he wanted a special pad exclusively for bowling ball, but he wanted it to cut to what it actually, the number was. And that's why the brand name is TrueCut. But we have 6 pads at the moment. We have some other, but we marketed 6. And we show you, because there's 4 types of bowling ball motion. You got a continuation, you got where the ball just nice and smooth go down there, your straight ball, because there's only 4 ball motion. You got your angular, which is your long and strong skid flip, and then you got your traction for your heavy oil. With the TrueCuts, it shows you which pad to use on that ball when you're taking it back. Remember in the beginning, I talked about surface and cover stock. Now the nice thing about it is with these TrueCut pads, you only go to the last step that it says on the bowling ball. You don't go up and down, you just go to the last step, and that will give you what you need. Also, we knew that the polishes that a lot of the companies use on the bowling ball is a compound. Compound clog the pores. You get over, under, and everything else, but this is what we use to make the ball shiny. They can really shine a ball up. A ball can really go long or whatever. So we went to Turtle Wax, and son wanted to know if they could make a special polish, like no polish in the world, that to do some exclusive special things, and obviously Turtle Wax said, yes, we can. So our polish, our TrueCut polish, you can hand polish your ball up to 5,500 by hand. If you use a ball spinner, you're going to get about 6,300. You can see your face in it, and you think the ball going to skid and slide down there, but it doesn't. It's all pure what traction that you have underneath. Also, what it does is, it does not clog the pores. That was one of the special things that we wanted with it. And when we polished the ball, it also cleaned the ball at the same time. And then you would see where that you don't see very much oil on the ball. Mm-hmm. So those are the products that we have basically there.
Now, there are some misconceptions out there, Ron, particularly about ball resurfacing and such. Should a bowler resurface a ball straight out of the box, or should they wait until they have several games on it, or just in quote until it quote needs it?
The first thing that my son and what we always preaches is, if you buy a bowling ball and you want to repeat why you bought that bowling ball, what you want that bowling ball to do, you should take it down the very first thing before you ever roll it, because you cannot duplicate what the factory did to make that ball what it is. So if you was looking for the angular ball and you took it down to 500 and 1,000, it came into 500,000, you better take it down first so that you make sure you get what you want. Then you can repeat that. Otherwise, you can't repeat how the factory does the bowling balls.
Oh wow, yeah, and I've had that problem myself where I'll get a ball and it'll say it's 2,000 sanded out of the box, and then I'll have it resurfaced and it reacts nothing like what came out of the factory, and most of the time it overreacts because those I think that they use the same pads on hundreds of balls, and then they send them out. I mean, it's nothing against the manufacturers. It's just sheer economics. Those pads cost money, and they're trying to keep those costs down. So using TrueCut, the pads and the polish, we can take it down. You're saying we can take it down to what we want it to.
Take it down to what you wanted from the very beginning, and then everything is friendly because you can do it by hand or you can do it with a ball spinner. So since that the rules are, you can't do anything to your balls when you start bowling, the bowlers can do a lot of stuff before they even start bowling to their bowling balls if they have to, because they go practice and they see, oh my God, man, they really tight out there or slick. So I think I need to take this down when they can go back there with the TrueCut pad and touch the surface. The other thing that we tell the people, because one of the big issues that people don't understand is lane shine. And lane shine is not just totally comes from the oil, it comes from the back end, from the rotor thing, that the wheel, the belts and stuff that the ball rolls on, and it shines the ball up. Lane shine, what it does is it impedes upon the performance of the bowling ball because it shines it up, and if you look at the people bowling balls, you think, man, they got their balls all polished up. The ball goes longer than they're supposed to, and you begin to lose your performance. So we basically say after about 9 games with your ball, you want to basically take that cover stock and just go back over it just to tweak that little polishing shine off of it to keep the performance at what it needs to be.
One of the things that I get asked about on Facebook a lot is, should I buy a ball spinner? And then they look at them and they're $200 to $500. Does CTD have anything that can help people out that's a little less expensive than $200 to $500?
Yes, we do. We got this little marvelous little thing. It's kind of fun. It's called a PYB. It's your personal ball spinner. And basically, it has the where you sit the ball on, you can spin it around because it got bearings there, and you have this little cup that you can put your pad in, and you can take your ball down by hand if you want to, and it's all out, or you can take a 2-speed drill to attach to this ball spinner, and you wound up having your own personal ball spinner, and you go up there, take the balls up and down, everything else, and that little product, the ball spinner thing itself is $54, you know, so
That's
a lot of
cheaper.
people have a lot of fun with that because, you know, the whole thing is when you're setting the ball down, you want to make sure that you do all of it, and it's evenly and everything, and the ball spinner, the PYB is an exciting thing, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that seems to be one of the things is like, and then when you take it to a pro shop, and occasionally you probably should go to a pro shop to get them professionally done and done the correct way, but you know, a lot of us can't afford to go to a professional pro shop and get them all done, you know, 4, 5, 6, 7 times a year. I mean, you're talking, you know, some of the charges I've seen range from $40 to $60 per ball, and you're talking about people with a good size arsenal. Well, I mean, they may not be able to afford that kind of thing, and that's one of the things that I've heard about your company is that you not only make things that are useful, you make them affordable and useful, and that's far better than just making them useful.
Yeah. And you know, the whole goal is we want to keep the integrity in bowling. We want the bowlers to be happy. We want to grow the sport of bowling. We're blessed with education, knowledge, and understanding, so we share everything that we have. And the exciting thing about it is, you know, even when you're bowling, I mean, it's no different than if a person buy a brand new car, you know, they might clean their car every day or every other day. And people don't understand that when you have bowling ball equipment that costs $200, $300 by the time you get everything done to it, it needs the same proper care as anything else if you want it to perform. I hear a lot of people, you know, if you say, you mean I gotta wipe the ball every single shot if you want the performance that we say that you can get? Yes, you do. You have to wipe it. You want the ball to be perfect. If the ball is perfect with nothing bothering it, and then when you line yourself up, the game becomes fun because you don't have to worry about guessing what's next. So we have all of that, you know, on our website. You can pre-order from our website. Ron's YouTube page shows everything in the world that we do. We got the best business partners with us that are continually helping us grow and helping bowling become a lot better than what it is, and we want to keep that sport growing.
Now, everyone can go to, I believe it's ctdbowling.com to pick up all of these products right now and other cool bowling accessories, shirts, and such that they offer. The website will also be linked down below in the show notes, so if you want to go down there, you can just click on the link and go directly to them. Ron Hickland Sr., I'd like to thank you for joining us today to talk about ball cleaning and maintenance and CTD products. If there's anything you want to say to the viewers.
Yeah, one other thing, it's interesting because like for us to be the maintenance cleaning thing for all the bowling balls, we have over 2,500 staffers. There's different levels. Anybody can be a staffer. You know, the regional staffer, theirs is free. If they go to be a national staffers and others, it will cost. But the thing is, we have so many different products. We give a different product out each month, and we're continually getting more high performance things that we're giving, accessories and everything that is way more value than what your monthly cost would be for the product. And people are just having a blast because, like, you know, we're able to help. Also, we were blessed with to have Ryan Simonelli, the professional pro. He's our first professional bowler on our staff. So he's with Brunswick with bowling balls, and we'll allow for that to work together where that he is also our staffer. He will coach, he could go coach, teach, give information, everything else. So the thing is, we are continually growing, and we will continue to help grow the sport.
Well, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends on social media, and place comments below, and subscribe to this channel for new videos on the sport of bowling. And until next time, keep them rolling.
All right.